welcome back, everyone, to session 7 of the Occupation series. As we're getting into a pretty heated battle with the crew. One thing before we jump into the battle, a little fun fact that we kind of found out when we were talking before jumping on. Ian McDermott, Palpatine himself, was in Sleepy Hollow. So go watch the movie and see if you can spot him. I watched it weeks ago and had no clue it was him. So go check that out and post somewhere if you do find him in there. Yeah, let's get back into it. So, a little recap. The crew is undertaking a mission for Huts going into Dom Bradan, a Yuzon Vong stronghold for the exchange. And they were hired to do two things: to assassinate the commander Prek Vel of the Yuzon Vong, one of the leaders that's going to be taking charge of one of the upcoming strikes in the Hut territory. And the party was hired to infiltrate the planet and kill him and make sure that it's known that he was killed at the behest of the Huts before making their way off planet, as well as acquire some resources. Because the Huts learned that a pretty esteemed mercenary company named the Aroidium Mutts was debating about taking a deal with the exchange and working with the Yuzon Vong to fight against their own galaxy. The group was able to, with a few mishaps, make their way onto the planet, giving a poor Mandalorian brain damage, but making their way there nonetheless, where they were able to sync up with the Aroidium Mutts. But not before being spotted by the exchange and having their identities revealed that they were on planet. But the force was with the group, and they were able to make their way to the Aroidium Mutts without too much hassle, and were able to, through some very poignant and great RP arguments, were able to convince the captain of the Aroidium Mutts to not only abandon his potential deal with the Yuzon Vong, but to also ally himself with the Huts and take a contract with them. But also and station the Aroidium Mutts on the Tafanda station, the group's very own space station, when they are not taking missions or defending Hut space. With that, the group was able to convince him there, and he let them know where Commander Prek Vel was supposed to meet him and discuss the terms of their agreement. Finding that the commander was going to be landing later that morning near a almost religious offering of where this droid pit, where all the droids and technology that was taken from areas of the city were cast into and set ablaze as a little bit of an offering for the commander and his arrival. With this knowledge, the group set out and made their way towards the landing site. Had a little bit of trouble sneaking through, but eventually were able to pull through and using some breaching charges, were able to blow their way onto Commander Prek Vel's ship, damaging some of his guard, and began a confrontation with the Yuzon Vong commander. That's actually where we'll pick up. So the group's in the middle of a battle, pretty heated battle with Prek Vel and his kind of surrounding guards. The group's doing pretty hot so far. But some of them are battered, some of them are bloodied, some of them are wounded as they kind of go into this conflict. So let's bring us over there onto the map. And I forgot whose turn it is next. So Malachi just went. So it is the enemy's turn. So you see the Chazrak soldier. And he is squared off with C4, and you kind of see a little bit of the layout of the battlefield. The commander in between, or kind of by one of his fallen Chazraks, but squared up currently with Malachi. Two Yuzon Vong soldiers fighting Val and Vars, and one Chazrak just almost salivating at the chance to take down C4, this droid abomination that they found in their midst. And C4 is so the Chazrak soldier is racing towards C4. You see his coffee blade raised. He is going to slash out twice at the droid. Oh, that's just not rolling. So it's probably gonna roll like 100 times when it comes through. Let me just refresh my page. Somebody else try to roll something. It's not letting me roll anything. Oh, it's still letting you guys roll. All right, let me try some else. There we go. Finally rolled. Luckily you see him slash at you, C4, but you're able to kind of dodge below the blade as it comes swiping towards you. He strikes out again. Another whiff. So you see those blades kind of swarming around you, but luckily you're proving too fast for the struggling lizard warrior. But it is the commander's turn. You see Commander Vrek Pell kind of unfurling his amphistaff and kind of gathering it up for his attacks with and he's going to lash out first with his claw, trying to kind of grapple and pin down the Sith even further. Oh, why didn't it target you? 21. That actually missed. You see him slash out at you. The first hit with the claw kind of goes wide. You hear him growl out as he slashes at you with his amphistaff, kind of whirling back 3 times.
Shield.
Perfect. What's that bump your AC up to?
27.
Nice. Eyes on last strike. It'll miss. So you see kind of his amphistaff whirling around you, but due to the force and some well-timed blocks, you are able to keep yourself intact. The 2 Yuzon Vong soldiers, just one Yuzon Vong. The other one is dead. Which one is he? So you see him square up, amphistaff unfurled, and Vars. He's targeting you. You see him kind of jab towards you initially. His amphistaff spitting poisonous acid at your visor. Give me a dexterity saving throw. All right, so you'll take 2d8 acid damage. 7 acid damage. And you are blinded. You can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns to kind of remove the acid and be unblinded. You see as he kind of spits that acid, he strikes it back and slashes at you twice with his amphistaff.
Advantage because of blinded.
Mm-hmm. What's your AC, Varus?
That's 20.
20. So both will hit. You see him kind of slash deeply into the Beskar arm. Luckily, no crits, but for 27 damage total as he kind of just brings that blade in and just starts chiseling through.
Oh, did not mean to put that out, but okay.
All right, C4, you are up.
All right, so To go off what I said I was going to do last time, C4 is going to use a bonus action to heal Val. Because last time, if you remember, he had slow release medpack cast on his last turn. And
He
he's
did.
going to start using it. Alright, so to Val. 9 HP. And let's see, what else is C4 going to do? He is going to draw his melee weapon. That being the lightsaber. And he's going to strike out at this Chazrak.
All right.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. Attack roll. There we go.
That'll just hit.
Nice. And I'll give the damage.
And you're proficient with the martial saber too, right?
Yeah. C4 is a sentinel, technically. Just alternate casting, so he has tech powers.
Nice. So it looks like it's not adding your proficiency in too. So I'll check out that, but luckily that's still hit. And some solid damage.
And for the extra attack.
That'll hit.
And we add 3 to that. So, yep. And then damage.
Yeah, he was looking bloody before. Definitely looking hurt. Still on his feet. Definitely, you can see kind of cuts and burns coming through him. But the Chazrak, with kind of their
I
go ahead.
have something more.
All right.
Sentinel's double strike, allowing
Oh.
me to roll one of my kinetic die. Which, let me quickly double check what the Sentinel kinetic die is currently.
D6.
D6. All right, so that will cost me one of my very precious tech points for D6 more. 4.
Good roll on that one.
How's it looking?
Definitely rough. You see kind of blood, burned scales, but these creatures are almost droid-like, mindless adherents. You can see the blade cutting through pieces of him. He looks bloody, battered. Like a decent attack or two could bring him down, but still pressing forward.
All right, and that shall be C4's turn.
All right, Val, you're up.
All right. So Val will attack the target just right of him here. Let's see if I can target him. There we go. I don't think I was doing this last time, so let me try, see if this works this time around.
Oh, I did not mean to.
So I will use my... actually, for starters here, I'm going to use my dual mastery to try to get advantage. So it'll be a contested check. Let me... Standard info, I think that should be it. So it should be a sleight of hand, contested against an insight check. And I think I got you on that one.
Yeah, you should be able to there. Yeah. So,
So-
however you do, you completely fool him.
All right. So then I'll make 2 attacks here. The first one will have advantage. Nice. So 26, I assume that's going to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Don't you get to roll another one?
Oh, I
Oh, yeah,
do.
but-
I do.
Very efficient.
All right,
Good
so
fishing, boy.
roll 1. Okay. No, not so much. Okay, so it's still a hit. Do some damage.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do 11, and I'll make 1 more attack. This one will not have advantage. Nice. And
There's that crow.
crit
There it is.
And then I will do some damage. Crit.
Solid.
And
Finish
nice.
him. How does that all look?
So he kind of throws him off guard by kind of going low and then making 2 quick swipes in as he kind of spins around and plunges his blade in to finish him off and give him a worthy death.
Nice. He crashes to the ground. Do you have any actions left?
Nope, that is my turn. And I do get, because I crit, I get one of my features back. So I'll mark that on my sheet. All right, that's my turn.
Vars, you're up.
Okay. So that check is done at the end of the turn.
Oh yeah, at the end of your turn. Yep.
All right. So bonus action med pack. Let's just get that out the way. Did it work? Not quite. Use med pack. That didn't work either. Okay. So
It's a hit die. So
just roll a hit die. Okay. Okay, so 10. The con modifier. Okay, I have durable, so that makes that a lot less. Yeah. All right. So hit die is equal twice my constant. The minimum from the roll. Okay, so I get 6. So yay, plus 6. All right, and I'm gonna use my action to dodge.
all right.
Because, yeah, no. And then I guess I will make that dexterity roll. It's the same dexterity saving roll, right?
Yep, same DC 15.
All right, and since I'm dodging, that's with advantage, right? Is it?
Ah,
I mean, I'm kind of cheating the system, but that's why I'm like, this feels grimy. So if you want to say no, say no.
if you're gonna use your whole action to do that, go ahead.
Okay. Saving throw, advantage.
Oh shit.
Okay, wait.
Damn. You got the. Do you have Indomitable?
Not yet.
I got that later.
You got heads up though, right?
I have heads up, but that's friendly creature. That's for other people. The one I have is self-preservation. I have to roll a 6 to get to hit the 15.
Yeah, because you've already used Defiant, I think, on was it Malachi or yeah.
Yep. All right, so whatever. I can't see for another turn. Okay, that's what I've got going on. Screw it.
You kind of trying to wipe the acid that's kind of burning through the visor in your Mandalorian Beskar arm, but unfortunately it's sticking there, just clouding your HUD's view.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is dead now. Malachi, you're up.
All right. So Malachi is getting kind of maneuver himself, staring down the Yuzongbang commander, and as Val takes down the one and kind of gets up off the ground, thinking that he was out for the count. He's going to kind of assess everybody. He's going to see the droid off on his own. He's going to see the remaining Yuzongbang and the commander. He's got this swirling storm of like debris, sabers, and lightning just crackling all around him. And he's going to let out a force scream again. And the way that this kind of looks is you can kind of see the sound waves as they're coming out, and it's initially silent. And for those that it's not affecting, it still is deafening, but it won't have the effect that hopefully it has on these guys. I'm also going to be quickening this to make this a bonus action. So hopefully, no, cast power. Here we go. So half on a failed save, Constitution saving throw, full damage of course on a failed.
You may want to shuffle on over on top of that Chazrock's corpse.
Yeah, you want to move it around a little bit to get somebody else in there.
Oh, was I not far enough? I thought I measured it correctly.
You put it in, but yeah, it shows it's not getting the Chazrak or the other guy right now.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I didn't
He's
ask
getting
for.
bars.
I didn't want it to put the template. I shouldn't have put the template.
Yeah, so I'd shuffle over up or down to get one of the two in. I'm not sure if you can get both.
It's a little strange because it's a 15-foot radius, so diagonally it couldn't be 15 feet from you. So on the map, we think of it as a grid, so it's a little strange, but. So
Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna do in this regard then? I'm gonna just keep myself right here. So I can't move the template. It won't let me.
If you go to the measurement controls, it'll let you move it with you.
Okay, there we go. I just automatically did it.
Oh, I did it, yeah.
Oh. So there's that, and then as an action, I'm going to seize. So as he's doing that, I'm filling myself up with more darkness and hatred, and I want to take these guys out. How are they looking, by the way, with 31 points of damage?
They both save.
No.
The soldier is looking rough. He was bloodied before. He is looking hurt. You can see him bleeding from the ears, swaying on his feet. The commander, he's kind of bloody.
Wait, did they both get advantage?
Yeah, it's 4 stack.
Oh, duh.
Okay, that's not bad because I have durable, so the least amount that I can get back is 7 HP.
Perfect. Yeah, you see them kind of swaying through, and I keep forgetting that he has legendary actions. He's going to take a swipe at you for that. Luckily, we'll whiff that swipe as he kind of slashes at you, but it just proves too slow to catch you through the drifting, to kind of maelstrom of equipment and things you brought into the fight. All right, Chazrak is up. He is going to slash because he's just going to continue attacking that droid, seeing if he can bring C4 low. I forgot to click C4. C4, what's your AC?
Let me double check. 17.
Solid. Yeah, you see him kind of get a narrow hit, hit that kind of almost slash through your paint, but you're able to move fast enough. But unfortunately, he kind of gets you on the backhand and is able to cut into your.
Wait, I have something.
Go for it.
I will use one of my. Why did I immediately forget what I just used the last time? For Force Empowered Self.
Yeah.
For deflection. No action required. And I get to roll one of those dice and add it to my AC.
Right.
In addition, I will also be using one of my enhanced Force Empowered Selves from Path of Iron. And I will be doing Aegis. When you bolster deflection, when an attack would hit you before the start of your next turn, you subtract the same amount that you rolled for the damage taken.
Okay. Sweet. So you'll need to deflect it. You'll need a 5.
Down.
But at least you still take 4 off of it, so it brings it down to 7 damage to you.
I'll take it. That is the last of the tech points for now, at least. And let me get that 7 damage in.
You see the kind of the mindless Chazrak burned, battered, and cut, still just pursuing its fight. The commander, he's got a legendary action. Yeah, you see ears bleeding. He kind of glares at the Sith, but he is going to use his legendary action to move and go and face the warriors. And then his turn.
With blinded, right?
So two things, unfortunately. Legendary move actions don't provoke attacks of opportunity. And secondly, with blinded, you do need, or for to have an attack of opportunity, you do need to be able to see your foe.
I can smell them. That's just the acid burning. My bad.
But probably is like a weird aroma in your helmet right now.
Oh yeah.
I forgot my concentration save.
Oh, yeah, luckily you're good, and that the slow release med pack is still pumping away. All right, whose turn is it now? Oh, the War Masters, or commanders, I should say. Who's he gonna pick on? He's gonna strike at both of you guys. So his claw is going out for you, Val. You see it kind of come back in, and you hear him growl out, "I thought I put you down before." As he lashes out his claw, trying to grip you in place.
Uh-oh.
Oof, unfortunately that will hit. So give me, I think it's strength saving through.
All right. Strength save. No.
Solid.
Hey.
You see him try to like restrain you down with the claw after slashing into you for 10 damage. But fortunately, you're able to kind of resist and pull yourself out, keeping yourself from being locked down. You see him grunt and then just spin his amphistaff. He's going to strike once at you, Val, and twice at you, Vars. So Val.
Ooh.
Fortunately, that will hit. Why is this?
I saw a roll 19, and I saw that dice rolls were 10 for damage.
Yeah,
It had a pop-up, but I closed it, so I don't know, maybe I messed it up because of that. Because it was like, do you want to take a reaction? It was asking me. So maybe
I saw the rolls go through, but yeah, it didn't pop in. Let's just re-roll and see if that will.
Yep. I know it definitely hit, because it'd be like, what, a 27 or 28 or 29 or something. So
Something like that.
yeah, there's no way it doesn't.
Damn.
There we go. So 14 on that side to see it kind of cutting into you there.
Val is still alive.
Solid Val.
Because of the med pack.
And then Vars, you see it turns attention to you, slashing into you as you're still blinded from his acid spray. Oh,
I am dodging though.
Oh yeah, you're dodging. So that's even actually. Oh, let me re-roll it.
Yeah. I don't. I smelled that coming, and it's not the acid.
Yeah, solid. You see, he slashes towards you, but you just kind of narrowly evade the blow. The first one, he slashes again, trying to hit you a second time. Oof.
Got me that.
That was gonna get you. For 12 damage. You kind of see that first one, you move aside as he comes in, he brings it back around, the snake head kind of just cuts into a piece of your Beskar arm.
Can I know I'm blinded, but can I use a maneuver?
Maneuver? Yeah, you should be able to, unless you say something about seeing.
No. So I guess I subtract that by 5.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
All right, that's something. That's better than an extra
Keep
5.
you alive.
All right.
Every point matters.
Yeah. Every point matters, as we can attest to from the first part. So minus.
And
What was the total?
3 HP between two people.
Yeah.
Between two people.
So what's the total? I'm sorry.
Oh, minus 5, 7.
7. Okay. I'm still standing.
All right, that Chazrak is dead.
Yeah, it's in my head too.
All right, last Yuzon Vong soldier. Fortuvars, he blinded. He's going to pick on you. So give me it was a strength or dexterity. What did I do for this? You actually give me another DC 15 dexterity saving throw as he hurls a thud bug at you. You have advantage due to dodging on this one for sure.
But wouldn't me being blinded cancel that out, or?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So it would be a straight roll there.
Yep.
That dodge is coming in handy, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is because I did it. Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
I don't know how it is. If the bars is like something just screams at you to dodge, you kind of just duck down, and you hear this thud bug flying above your head, just narrowly missing your visor. You see the Yuzon Vong just kind of just yell out. Because bars, you know Yuzon Vong language, right?
The curse words.
Okay. Yeah, basically their equivalent of Criff. You see him kind of just go back, and he slashes out twice with his amphistaff, trying to bring you down. First will miss.
Yep.
Second misses too.
Oh man, he must be really pissed.
You see he's you don't see, but you just hear huffing. Like you just hear like grunting and huffing as like these blows just kind of just swarm around you. C4, you're up.
All right, going to be using my second Sentinel Ideal manifestation, and it is also going to be for Ideal of the Tranquil. That'll take up my action and will give me back 4 tech points.
Nice.
And for a bonus action, more healing. Who looks more battered, beaten, and broken? Val or Vars?
Probably
Val
Val.
looks very battered and broken.
Actually, definitely Val. Looking at the two compared.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I'm
for
blinded. I'm
actually,
getting
like,
it from both sides, but he's worse off.
I don't know if I'm worse off at the moment, but I have less HP.
Unfortunately, he ate 2 crits from the boss to start off the encounter.
Yeah. So C4 likes Val a lot, and is also watching Vars absolutely pop off being blinded, but being able to dodge things anyways. Just like, he probably does have the force. The hell? And we're getting 4 HP over to Val.
Hey, that triples my HP.
Good way to look at it.
Yeah. Yikes.
Every point counts, and C4 is does he risk it? You know what? Yeah, he's gonna move. He wants none of what's happening over here, and he's going to move over here.
Yes. This is. You can see it trying to slash at you, but luckily you move just fast enough to evade the blade as it comes crashing down.
All right, and that'll be C4's turn.
All right. The commander is going to use a legendary action. Unfortunately, Vars, they're going to continue to pick on you. You see him slash out. 23.
Oh, that has a range of 15 feet. I am nowhere near. Damn.
How much is it?
17.
Okay. That's 17. Oh, Did that subtract it? No, it did not. All right. Still
Val,
standing.
you are up.
All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to finish this guy off. So I will do another sleight of hand check. So it'll be contested. Oh, he might beat me.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah. So I try the same trick, and it doesn't work. So I'll just make 2 slashes against him then. So I have like, it's funny, I have plus 11 sleight of hand, by the way.
That was a rough one.
All right, there we go. Oh, it's gonna miss. I'll make 1 more. Oh,
Damn.
Oh, that's rough.
and so you'll just hear Val say, "Val is doing great, Vars. Don't worry, I landed 2 mighty blows. He's almost done."
You just see the user of all kind of like place his hand to his ear. You kind of see him push it into warm and just looking confused. And just like you hear him grunt out, "He didn't hit me." But in you gone fall.
Oh, I love that.
What the hell, Val? I know what blades on flesh sounds like. Just trying to get all that.
Yeah, so Val has him right where he wants him.
So Val, with that, the commander is going to take a legendary action, a second, and make a strike out at you. He does not have an advantage on that, so what would that be? So -4, so 16 won't hit you, right?
Nope, I don't miss.
Sweet. Yeah, you see him strike out, but fortunately, you can just evade the blow as it comes towards you. And Vars, you are up.
All right, this is going to sound very familiar, but dodge. Med pack. That's just rolling a hit die. Which I don't have. Is there like a specific button to roll a hit die somewhere around here? Or am I?
I think if you, I thought so.
Oh yeah. And of course, another 1. The minimum that I can get back is half my con, so 6 total.
Durable's coming in handy.
Hey, Durable's been great. That's right, and I had to subtract another one from the last one. Okay. And dodge. And I will once again attempt to get this gunk off my goddamn helmet.
All right.
And that is a normal roll.
Cleared it all.
I can see it.
Nice.
All right. And that'll do it. I forgot what weapon he had. I think it was the big blade. That's what he had equipped. But either way,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I have a plan.
And now I can see. And unless the boss is going to do something funny, Malachi.
Malachi is up. He is saving his last leggy.
Last Leggy, let's waste it. Malachi is going to take a step back, and all of the energy that's around him, he's gonna pull it in, and then, and he's gonna cast Force Lightning. There we go. I don't know why it's doing that. Roll damage. Do something. Sure, why not? So it DC 15, dexterity, and Hopefully this rolls correctly.
I see a
34.
lot of sixes.
Solid damage.
Yep.
And I just closed my character sheet. I don't know. Yeah, that's some really good damage. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to do I need to make sure. Why did that cast like that? That's hold on. I had 19 force points and it just took me down to 11. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna do force disarm on the Vong to the right of Vars. So that'll be a DC 15.
You doing what? Force what?
Strength or dexterity, force disarm.
Okay.
Take one bug from them, they throw another one at you. Damn.
Fortunately, we'll save.
He does not want to let that thing go.
Now you see him kind of grasping into the amphistaff as you try to hurl it away. You see lightning kind of etched through the commander. He's looking bloody. He kind of dodges a lot of it, but you still see kind of bolts of electricity running across his armor.
How's his throne look? Since that was in the direct path of the lightning.
Oh yeah, you see it just demolished.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even notice that. That's funny. Yeah, that was on purpose.
100%. Yeah.
You see, you start to see the commander bleeding from his wounds. You don't see fear, but you do see kind of like a look of furious determination strike his face. And you see him spin his amphistaff around, and he's going to take a slash at you, Val, with his last leggy. So it rolled again, but can you guys see it?
No.
Weird. Which will miss?
Hey.
All right, the Chazrak is up. It is continuing to
But
chase
there's
after.
a tasty force user right there.
Fortune droids outrank force users because while force users are cowards, droids are abominations. So you see it chasing you through.
Yeah, I understand.
And trying to run you through with its Kofi blade. But he is just rough with his rolls. Unfortunately, that does miss you. See, oh, he's got two. This is his real attack.
One more.
Why did that not? There we go.
Oh,
All right, this one's gonna be nasty.
there's nothing I can do against that one.
All right, 19. How's C4 looking?
So 19. He's bloodied.
Nice. All right. You see him cut through, kind of just taking a deep gouge through your kind of armored carapace, but fortunately, you were able to keep yourself standing.
Now let's see something very important.
Oh yeah, if you keep up your slow release med pack.
Luckily, still 10.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, it is the commander's turn. He's going to mix it up this time. You see him kind of grasp out and reach into his his belt. He hurls a razor bug at Vars, and then strikes out with his amphistaff at Val. One strike towards Val, two strikes at Vars.
Echoing in my head right now is Tegan saying all that time ago when we first started this that the Vong would be mean.
They are very mean.
Oh, I love it.
Wow,
Oh, they're not nice.
Let me do the F staff first then. All right, so F staff first at Val. Nothing's rolling.
Might need to reload.
Yeah, I'm gonna reload. All right, Val, give me a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
Wait, who's making the saving throw?
Val.
All right. Nice.
Solid. You see the razor bug come flying at you, and you nimbly dodge aside. You see him spin his amphistaff and strike once towards you, Val, and twice towards you, Vars. So Val.
Oof.
Oof. All right. $11 damage. How's Val looking?
Val is down. Although
All right.
I forgot about this last time. How does the wounds work?
So I think we had you roll last time. I thought you succeeded. But since
No, I didn't roll last time. That's why I was asking. I was like, I forgot.
Oh.
So
each time you go down, the DC goes up by 5. So since you went down already before, this would be a DC 15 con save, and you start with a failed death save if you fail.
all right. All right. So con save.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So that's
you
a
got
wound.
one failed cell death, one
All
wound,
right.
and one failed death save.
All right. And it resets after I get back up, right? For the death saves?
No, so the death saves will save on that side. So if you wound
so I've
again
got-
going down, you would get 2 failed death saves, and third wound coming back up, you'd be dead. It resets when you take a short rest or get a full health again.
Okay. So I have 2 death saves. Because I had 1 last time when I went down.
Oh, so the death saves go back to, unless
Oh,
it's from a
okay,
wound,
okay,
those go back
okay.
to normal.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Then 2 strikes at Vars.
Oh. Oh,
Both
no.
will hit.
Not to be a pain in the butt here, but I am dodging.
Oh yeah, you're dodging. Sick. So we'll say the first 2 for that was the first one, and I'll re-roll. Well, with disadvantage on the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll whiff that second hit. So you only take that 14 damage.
Holy. Oh boy. All right. Still standing.
One more warrior to go.
All right, yeah, you see cutting in. You see you all are kind of reaching the ends of your ropes. The commander's bloodied. You all are mostly bloodied, but the battle rage is on. That Chazrak is dead. One last Yuzon Vong warrior. You see him lash out at you twice. Out of thud bugs, out of amphistaff, or out of thud bugs and razor buds. You see him just slash twice with his amphistaff.
Oh.
So he still has advantage.
Oh yeah, so
Or
so
just-
advantage. So that first one will miss, and then second one will miss too. You guys see Vars just kind of nimbly evading these blows that start raining down upon him.
All right.
It's back up to the top. C4, you are up.
All right, I have a plan. However, I want to bring it up beforehand because I want to funny. On the other hand, this can be just as bad for us as it may be for them. So bonus action to heal Val to bring him back up, and then gas cloud.
Okay, so I like half this plan.
I vote
reason,
no. I
Vars,
vote we do stuff that helps the party.
Vars has a sealed suit. Val is currently knocked prone, so even if he fails to save, for like getting back up, they'll have disadvantage to him because he'll be obscured. In addition, with where I place this gas cloud, it can keep Malachi out of it. That's why I'm more so on the side of it.
Yeah, do what you do, man.
'Cause
That's
do
what
you
your
got
character
to
would
do
do.
again?
the gas cloud, let me bring it up and put in.
If you're gonna, if you're gonna do it, just okay. Yay!
If you do not want me to do it, please say so.
If you wanted, if C4 would say this calls for a gas cloud, then
I would just remind you that the commander does still have 2 saving or legendary resistances left.
I did not know that. So gas cloud is out of the picture.
all right.
Alright. So disaster averted. Bonus action, healing Val, bringing them back up with 7 HP.
Nice.
All right.
And main action, killing this Jaws Rock. Yeah, it said it's supposed to be adding my proficiency bonus. Let's see. Nope, didn't. That's supposed to be a 14.
Unfortunately, that'll just miss.
And we'll do it again.
Nice, that'll hit.
Damage.
Oof.
I'm going to expend the tech point for double strike.
Nice. He is barely on his feet, swaying, bleeding. A strong breeze could take him down.
I got nothing for that strong breeze, unfortunately. So wait. I might have something. Let's see here. C4 is going to keep moving.
He's going to take an attack of opportunity, try to slice you down.
That will hit, but because that hits, element of surprise.
I think it's just a number of dice you take him down, so finish him.
Just as C4 is going, just absolutely infuriated and intimidated by this, like, zealous Chazrock, chomping at the bit to destroy his chassis. C4 just unleashes that fire as he is running. He thinks he looks cool. In reality, he looks desperate and terrified, and he looks like he's about to run at any moment.
So I feel like in C4's head, you hear like the action hero music play. You see this flamethrower just roast the Chazrax. Probably wind blowing through your cloak. But the rest of you guys just see C4 like hurriedly, rigidly, robotically running with like, but still with that robotic run, you see this little bit of panic eking through it as this Chazrak is consumed in inferno and burned up.
That'll be C4.
All right. Oh yeah, he's got legendary actions.
Oh no.
He's gonna take a shot at you, Vars, with disadvantage because you are dodging. But that disadvantage came in handy. You see the Amphistaff coming towards you, and just almost like you're feeling the force, but this is just battle-honed Mandalorian instincts protecting you there.
Dodge action coming in clutch.
Yeah, done pretty well for Vars so far.
Yeah, I would do dodge forever. Oh boy.
All right, Val, you've got one death saving throw This will. Oh, actually, no, you got healed.
I'm up.
You're healed.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
you're,
up, boy. Yeah, get rid of
So
that,
in
get
his
rid of that
that's
condition.
the Rocky Balboa impersonation here. Val's gonna stand back up, and
You can always attack while prone. You'll just have disadvantage.
because you want to beat it. Yeah, DC 14 athletics or acrobatics.
oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah. Easy-ish. There we go.
Beat it.
All right, so he'll stand up. Val is not defeated, and so he'll try. Actually, no, he's gonna just take 2 attacks against this guy. He's not gonna try his normal trickery here.
The commander.
Nope, against the other guy. So the little guy there. So the first one. Nice.
That will hit. You probably won't need you shouldn't need a second one.
Okay.
Finish him.
All right, so he's just going to get up. He's kind of like swaying back and forth and just swinging blindly, and kind of confuses when the guy goes down. So then he'll turn his attention to the commander, take a swing at the commander. There we go. 22.
That hits.
Assume that'll hit. Nice, for an 8. And then I will use one of my monk features to do a... Oh, no, I can't do that unless I make an unarmed attack, can I? Shoot, I thought I could do a... Hold on, let me see if I can read it here. You can make an unarmed check as a bonus action if you would have already made an unarmed... Okay, yeah, I'll use my bonus action to make a strike. And I don't have that in, so I'm just going to roll it manually. 1d20 plus 4. So 16.
Fortunately, you see it kind of bounce off of his armor.
Right, that goes wide. Yep, and that'll be Val's turn.
All right. Vars, you are up.
Well, now that Vars can see, he's going to turn his attention to the commander and take that big boy sword he's got and try to lay into him. There we go.
That'll hit.
Thank goodness. Hey, all right. I could dig that. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah. No. Maybe not that. Okay. All right. And I guess, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take a step this way.
All right. He's going to use a legendary action to kind of return the favor to you, Vars.
I should have dodged.
Oof, all right, that'll hit. Yeah, you see as you cut into him and kind of step back, he swings with his Zampa staff, the snake head coming through, and finding just a gap between your armor.
Oh, I've been doing this wrong. I'm stupid. I'm going to use parry.
Parry it up.
Parry it up. It's not. There we go. It's my superiority die plus my maneuver modifier. So,
Hey.
1d. That's not how you do that. Then that's 3 plus 4, making it less. So 7. So 5 damage. Aha. I'm still standing.
Every bit helps.
Yeah, every bit helps. Okay. And
All right.
that'll do it.
Yuzon Vong Soldier is dead. Malachi, you are up.
More lightning.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Burn us.
I'm gonna spend another 6 force points, divided in half, with force body still active to cast force lightning at him. So again, like after I unleash that barrage, I'm gonna do it again. I don't know why it's not doing this. Well, it shot the wrong direction, so I guess I missed him.
Luckily, that will still count. Yeah, he is definitely kind of feeling the pain there. Dodges a bit of it, but yeah, he still takes a good chunk of that damage. You start to kind of see him huff. He was already bloodied before, but now you start to see burns and electrical kind of crackles across his body. He's bleeding from the mouth, just huffing, but his warrior's pride still exists.
And as an action, I hit it twice. Maybe it's not working. Standard roll. Okay. So that'll be what? 5 plus proficiency. So 1d20 plus 8. This is to attack with shock.
Hey, nice.
Sweet. And then it's 2d10.
That's a crit.
That's not a crit.
Yeah, it's a nat 20.
It didn't show up as green, but it was a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I roll 2d10 for damage. You take 7, and then I don't. What is that? Does that do an automatic 20 plus 7 damage with a shock?
That's right.
Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah, he is
Damage.
rough. Barely on his feet, just kind of swaying side to side, but still up.
Yeah, it's like as the force lightning ends, there's like a tail end of it where it's just and he lets out one last bit of lightning that follows after.
All right, the commander, bloodied, battered, out of thud bugs, out of razor bugs, just comes in barreling with the strikes. You see, he focuses on Vars, the Mandalorian, in front of him, but you see him eyeing the Sith that has been blasting him. First Valsa Claw goes at you, Vars.
Damn.
Unfortunately, that will hit. Give me a strength saving throw as well. Unfortunately, he does grab you and kind of restrain.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Sweet. You just need to hit it too. More than enough. You see him kind of with this once humanoid arm that's been replaced by kind of like this pincer-like appendage. He tries to grasp you and hold you into place, but fortunately you're able to dodge around it and just take the 12 damage as he kind of slices into you with his blade or with his claw, and then he just spins his amphistaff around and tries to hit you again. First will miss. Second super misses. Third whiffs it as well. You see how these blows are getting past your Beskar Garm for a bit, but now the Beskar Garm, the premium Mandalorian armor is just holding up, just blocking these amphistaffs, keeping you safe, Vars. Because I feel, what is your HP? I feel like one hit would have took you down, right? Yeah.
I'm at 8.
So luckily, holding strong there, keeping you protected. The rest of these grunts are dead. C4, you are up.
Okay, C4 is going to make sure he's recording for this, because he thinks he's about to take down the Vaughn commander here. Just like he's preparing this for some advertisement for the smart pistol. And he will be attacking with it. The razzle dazzle. Oh no.
Erase that recording. Just
Extra attack.
That'll hit.
there you go. You.
Alright. Let me double check real fast. Everything. And damage. One. Roll the 1. Last tech point for double strike.
All right. He's not looking great.
12.
6. Literally just enough. Finish him.
All right, so having this just right angle, he's fully intending to put this clip on a Zerka advertisement for this, and first miss taken it down. Post second shot straight through the head, goes clean through with that perfect accuracy guaranteed by a Zerka Smart pistol. You don't even need to aim yourself. It aims for you.
You see the body crash to the floor. Look around, see the party battered, bloodied, bruised, but alive. As you guys have been able to successfully successfully make your way on board Prekvel's vessel and assassinate him. You do see kind of the lichen, the glowing lights above on the ship flashing red at the intrusion. You are safe at the moment. There's nobody else in the room, but you do know that both the whole ship and a courtyard heard your entrance. And now the big thing will be making your escape, as well as anything you want to do to kind of confirm your kill. What we're going to do is take a quick break. So it's 8:30. We'll come back 8:35 and see how this all plays out for the crew. All right. welcome back, everyone, to the second part of the occupation adventure. The crew was just able to take down Commander Prek Vel, the Yuzon Vaughn commander. They've been hired to assassinate by the Hutt cartels. They were able to take him down with the party standing, even if just barely. You guys see kind of within this almost kind of commander's room, you see flashing lights from the lichen and kind of various bioluminescent organisms above. You know that you guys made a pretty loud kind of entrance into the area. The commander's dead. What do you guys do next?
Run.
Is there something in the past when I've worked for the Hutts, if they wanted people to know it was the Hutts that did it, is there a signature that they would have me do?
Definitely. So the Hutts, and I'll kind of see what twist Val wants to put for this, because I imagine Val probably has a bit of his own calling card to add on to it as well. Usually the Hutts are basic. They usually put like the Hutt, depending on who you're doing it for. If it's the Hutt cartel as a whole, they just usually like the Hutt cartel sends regards written somewhere in the room, typically in blood if you can, if not otherwise just written on there too. They're just typical gangsters on that side. But I don't know if Val adds anything special to that.
He's going to write it in Degorian.
Fair enough.
Can the two whirling sabers around me come down on both sides of the Vaughn commander's neck, both sides of his lifeless body, and just go like that and decapitate him?
Definitely.
Bam! Minus 6 seconds. I'm counting down, man. I'm keeping track of these powers. Full use. I spent a lot of force points in that fight, so.
I did my math wrong.
Nice. So Val, you're able to go through and write the kind of the Hutt cartel sends its regards upon. Do you write it on the wall or the floor? How does Val set that up?
That's a good question. So he's going to draw it in. I assume the floor is some type of dirt, softer.
Yeah, kind of mixture of dirt and kind of like various like plant-like things.
Yeah, so he'll carve it into the ground with his sword, but he'll do a little bit of a flare, and just kind of put his mark on it a little bit with those big, wide, sweeping curves, the same as when he decorated the ship, kind of in his signature art form in Degorian.
I do feel like Val's going to have his own art category at the end of this. But yeah, you get that into the ground. So you guys do have some time passes through as you guys get that all set up. You all do know you kind of hear rumbling throughout the ship. C4, what are you doing?
I made a mistake in my math. I accidentally gave myself +1 too many on my to hit modifier. It's only supposed to be +8. That is my bad.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so you guys hear kind of the rumbling in the ship, hear boots thudding onto the coral-like surfaces as they race towards you. You know that you've made a pretty big splash in both the Yuzon Vong as well as Exchange encampment. What's your guys' plan? How are you guys getting out of this?
We go back out the way we came in, yeah?
I think that's the only way.
I think so, too.
Just want to point out, Vars grabs that head before we leave.
Oh, no! That was going to be my last thing!
Damn.
All right, fine. I won't throw it at the wall where the message is written. You can take it.
Oh, because I've never used this, I don't know why I didn't use this. Second win.
Nice.
Oh.
I don't know why I was sitting on that after I died 3 times. Oh.
I balanced at the end of this. I should take a deep breath now. I should take it.
I just want to say, if Caesar was still alive and still in the party, I know exactly what he would do. He would try and fly the ship. It would not work, but he would give it a shot. C4, however, He wants to run. He wants to run far and fast. I don't want to take athletics right out the gate, but if this is a skill adventure scenario, athletics just to book it as fast as possible, just sprint through, get out. But I don't think it's going to be that simple.
Oh, I guess one last look at the commander as I finish decapitating him to see if there's anything on him worth taking as well. Any
Are you
written
taking
orders, I don't know, their biotechnology, if there's anything of use on him, even his weapon.
Are you gonna try to take a half staff?
Is that what that is? I thought he had some like big old sword that he was swinging and knocking Val down on the ground multiple times with.
No, he had an half staff, and his arm was modified into a claw.
Ooh. Modified arm. Nah, alright, we're good.
I'm giving the commander a quick look over. Is there anything that stands out on his armor that would be like some sort of indication that it's him? Like an insignia, some sort of rank?
Give me either a lore or investigation check.
All right. Yes.
The user of Vogue are new to the galaxy. I mean, Vars has studied them he's probably one of the, at least the longest running experts in the field, but you're not really seeing too much that sets him apart or kind of on his armor. You're just going to see a lot of distinct color swirls and hard to make out what they mean. I mean, the only thing that really kind of seems super different about him compared to some of the other mooks you fought is the arm itself.
All right.
It would be a little awkward to go through all this effort and it wasn't even the commander.
Yeah, you all definitely sure it was the commander. You guys had some hollow. The Huts did provide some hollow vids.
Okay.
For his appearance.
Perfect. All right.
No, let's have the robot take some photos and let's get out of here.
C4's already gone. He started running a long while ago.
So you guys are just
not going to stick around on the.
Came out of?
Yeah, he's going the way we came out of. Probably not a good idea. But he's booking it. He does not want to be near the Vong. He wants to live. So he's running.
All right. So everybody kind of running that direction?
Last thing, is that amphistaff going to be easy to grab?
I mean, it's grabbable. I wouldn't say easily.
I'm not carrying you out if it bites you.
Vars, you've seen Caesar try the same thing before.
You've seen Caesar succeed.
You did see Caesar succeed, I guess.
Persistence.
Yeah.
All right.
He's put a tiny top hat on that thing.
He did.
Oh yeah. All right.
Till he
screw
lost
it.
his head.
Should I?
You did.
Nope, not worth it. Not worth
Not
it
worth
because
it?
I've only got
Okay.
8 HP, and that thing. Nope, I'm good. Now the last thing I need is like, all right, that was a great boss battle, guys. Good night, and then just collapse. All right, yeah, no, the hell with it. Taking the head and getting out.
Yeah, Val will do the same.
Perfect. Everybody make me an athletics check as you guys race towards the hole you blew through the ship.
C4 is running. Ugh.
C4 and Val, I'm gonna pose a question to you two. You all are booking it. Like, you all are moving very quickly. You guys outpace Malachi and Vars pretty well. Are you guys just racing towards the exit, or what would you do as you kind of see that you're putting some sizable distance between you and the others in your party.
Well, I'm going to let the dice decide what happens here.
Dead even.
So, for Val, this is going to be instinct, and so he's not used to working with people. He got the kill, he did the job, he's out. And so he's just gonna book it before he turns around and realizes that it's just the droid's out in front of him. So he's just trying to keep pace with the droid. And then he kind of is gonna turn around and realize that the other two are not with him anymore.
C4, I'm probably imagine it was C4's background. I probably don't imagine you do anything overly altruistic. But what does C4 do as he realizes he starts outpacing the group along with
His first thought is good. Just like if it ever came to it, I could outrun them. It's like keep going. Servo's starting to make some noise, like straight out. He wants to get to the shuttle. Hopefully first. Hopefully faster.
Perfect. So C4, Val, you guys just sprinting. Servo's running. Athletic Tagorian muscles just bounding through the ship. You guys make your way quickly back towards the hole that you all blew. You see kind of, and actually I'll say what you hear first. You see kind of the path is pretty clear on the outside. You start to see kind of hear like things maneuvering their way on the ground towards where that hole is, but so far it does seem to be pretty open right now. But the biggest thing that you guys hear is you hear thudding of footprints, kind of coral striking coral, of armored carapaces striking the coral of the ground, coming from behind, kind of to where you left the commander, as well as where you left Vars and Malachi. You guys see that there's kind of a clear area to potentially make your way out of this place, but you kind of, through the thuds of those footprints, realize they may overtake Malachi and Vars before those two can make their way to the same hole that is in the side of the shuttle. Well, we're going to pivot over. Vars, Malachi, you guys, I don't know, either through wounds or just pure exhaustion from this battle, you all are running slower. You guys see Val and C4 just book it and take off, and you start to hear those same thuds and footprints of the Yuzon Vong kind of nearly at you, and you know that you have some distance before you can reach the hole and your potential escape. What do you two do?
If we turn around behind us to look, can we see the encroaching people?
You don't see anyone yet, but you kind of hear them kind of just thudding around from the corners.
I'm gonna.
I want to say we dig. Okay. Oh, hey, you got something to cast. I was going to offer words of encouragement. Go for
it. Maybe your words of encouragement will be what inspires me to cast this. I don't know. But I'm gonna, as we're moving down the hall, let me read this to make sure. Okay, that's just a sphere. I don't know how wide or big the hallways are, but I would like to just cast darkness behind us. So as we're pushing forward, I'm going to cast darkness. It's a 15-foot sphere. It goes around corners as well. That way, at least there's something's obscuring their vision from seeing us as we're moving towards the hole. So they don't see us yet, and they're still not going to see us. Say they come around the corner right before we jump through the hole or make a turn or something, but just trying to give us a little extra cover there.
Definitely. So the way we'll play this one, so because you guys wouldn't be hidden, but it would obscure you, so they couldn't throw thud bugs and razor bugs at you. Give me with that. How are you guys handling that? Are you guys kind of still full tilt running afterwards, or what are you all doing after that darkness goes up?
Trying to move as fast as possible.
Yeah, dig deep, run.
Perfect. So the darkness goes off. Give me another athletics check. The DC is going to be 18 with this one, but I will allow you guys to add a D2 to it with the darkness aiding you. Nice, Malik. Oh, yeah, D2. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. That was a roller coaster there. Bars.
See if that best cargo arm weighs you down.
That's athletics, right?
Athletics. Nice. So,
thank freaking goodness.
With that, you two, like you see, or Vars, you see the spreading spear of darkness emerge from as Malachi kind of races next to you, obscuring the Yuzon Vong from, kind of obscuring you guys from the Yuzon Vong sight as you guys try to catch up valiantly to Val and C4 and make your way to this blast site. Now we're going to switch back a little bit because this C4 and Val were hustling, and this is going to be a little bit ahead of time or before time for C4 and Val. So you guys saw that you guys reached this crash of the blast site. You saw that the outside Yuzon Vong were not in place yet to stop you. Did you guys wait for Vars and Lord Malachi, or did you guys keep booking it?
I'll let the droid go first because I assume I know what he's doing.
Yeah, C4 half starts to monologue as he's running, but realizes he's probably got a little bit more space on Val, so it's not worth it right now. And he's going to keep going. C4, he's not turning back. This is his deal. He doesn't go back for survivors. He's known as usually the only one who ever makes out of these kind of suicide missions. So he's running.
All right, C4 is booking it. Noble Val, what are you doing?
So Val's gonna kind of, because I think the rope got left in there or whatever, so I'll throw the rope down and like prepare to get out, and you'll hear kind of Val making his smart comments of, probably something like, Val is much faster. Vars, have you finally caught up? Before he turns around and realizes that they are not with him. And so he'll see the darkness spread, and you can tell he's getting ready to go back into the fray when he sees the two emerge, and it looks like they're going to clear.
Perfect. Yeah, so Val, you C4, you book it through. You leap out of the, kind of leap down using the grapple hook from the ship, and you're able to make your way kind of back onto the planet side for Don Bradan. You see kind of this pretty much a scene of chaos. You see this burning droid pit partially obscured by the commander's ship. You hear both exchange forces and Yuzon Vong forces kind of preparing to chase. But luckily with that 25 that you and Val initially rolled, and C4's lack of patience or lack of group camaraderie, we'll say, you are able
Lack
to
of empathy.
lack of empathy. You are able to book it through and make it through way towards the kind of the city's edge once again, kind of obscuring yourself within the city and making your way towards the ship. The rest of the group, Val, with you waiting for Vars and Malachi to catch up, have a little bit of a harsher scene ahead of you. You guys see some of those exchange and Yuzon Vong forces that were completely out of position with that quick run. We're now starting to get into position. With the ones in the ship kind of still obscured right now in the darkness as they chase you, have a little bit of breathing room from them, but you do see the ones outside of the ship. You see that exchange land speeder kind of start racing into view, still not into perfect position, but definitely into a visual kind of range on that side. You see some of the Yuzon Vong making their way through. This would be kind of a tense situation. What do you three do to try to make the rendezvous with the shuttle?
Have we gone through the hole yet, or are we still waiting to.
Right now, you guys are still on the other side, still in the ship side of the hole.
Okay, as Vars and I get up, and we meet with Val, I'm just gonna say jump, and I'm gonna go straight in the hole.
Okay. Just jumping straight through. Nothing.
Yep.
All right. Other two. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take the rope down.
Okay.
I don't know how high it is. It was like 10 feet or something. I don't know.
It was 20 feet.
Well, we'll add some extra words. I say, trust me, jump.
Just
Bars.
Rope
As you
will save your
see
kneecap.
it ahead of you, anything special your Mandalorian doing?
Just activating the jetpack the second I get to the bottom to like slow the fall. You know, and then hitting the ground and then running.
All right. Malachi, is there anything special you're doing as you jump
Well,
out?
I guess I just cast slow descent on myself only, and as soon as I hit the ground, I start running, and I don't look back for anybody.
All right, you three, give me a dexterity saving throw. As you guys jump out, you see kind of a burst of plasma come working out from the land speeder's turret. You see thud bugs, razor bugs attracting towards you guys. Dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Ooh. Malachi?
Valvars are good. Malachi, you are up. Solid. You guys see these blasts of lasers, streaking bugs all flying towards you, but you are able to kind of dodge aside as they are coming at you. Everybody, you guys are just straight booking it, right? There's nothing crazy you're doing, right?
No, C4 is going.
C4, unfortunately, you're okay. You 25 and booking without the group. Vars, Malachi, Val, are you guys just straight running, or Vars using your jetpack? What are you guys doing?
Whatever it, because if it's like oh, I gotta jump over this thing, I'm gonna use the jetpack to boost me or whatever, instead of just relying on my feet just to help out like that. But
Yeah, I'll use phase walk to just kind of ahead and then also keep moving at my regular quicken pace.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my adaptive. I switch up with onslaught. So just book it as fast as I can. That combined with monk, just as much distance as I can get.
Nice, because that gives you both bonus action and reaction dash.
Action,
so-
bonus action, reaction.
Yeah, so I think the monk will give me bonus action. Actually, I don't know what the other. I'd have to look up the fighting style.
Yeah, the fighting style gives you the bonus action, but if you already have bonus action, it gives you reaction.
Yeah, so it'd be. I'll use my bonus action, reaction. Though.
That's
All right.
120 speed right there.
So Val, give me Val, give me an athletics check with advantage. Add a with advantage. Malachi, give me a athletics check with a D2. And Vars, give me a straight athletics check.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
I also have that monk thing.
Oh, you got the monk thing, so can you do it as was it just a bonus action?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so
because
add a
that
D2.
helps.
Add a D2 to that.
What did
doesn't really
you
help.
help?
Yeah, it doesn't really help. Now that I look at the math.
Whoa, hold on.
Unless you can do reaction, then you get advantage as well.
We're getting there. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
13
And,
so far.
And this is a the ability check. Never mind.
Yeah, they have specific things for each individual skill.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I should probably consider taking.
So at this point, Val just turns around. He's like, "Why are you so slow?"
Because Val, you are able to kind of make it to the outskirts of the city. You two will take some damage. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Vars and Malachi. Oof. All right. Yeah, you guys see thud bugs, razor bugs, blaster bolts kind of all impacting out from the crash site. And you see some of them start to. Yeah, neither one of you guys to see it. So you guys take full 10 damage as these blings start impacting into you. As you see kind of the faster Val kind of outpace you, they start to focus on the stragglers. Not Val.
Any
Vars
chance
and
I can use a
Malachi.
med pack?
Perfect. You guys are both still up after the 10?
No, I'm saying, is there any chance I can use a med pack at some point before this?
Yeah, you could definitely use a med pack after this if you'd like to.
Nope, not after. That's not after.
Oh no!
All right. Okay then. Let's see. I got one left. Yep.
So what's self-preservation do again?
No, that just adds to the saving throw. The dexterity saving throw.
Vars is down, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, I had 8 HP left.
If
I had a med pack.
so, I don't know how this works. Probably not well for me. Val's going back for Vars.
All right.
I will too. I think Vars is probably in front of me anyways. So as I catch up to him, I will force slide to his side. And if I can, cast another darkness behind us to obscure us a little bit. And then I'm going to search for med pack or anything that he might have on him in his belt or on his person.
You can definitely cast the darkness. Are you going to spend the time? Are you going to kind of try to lift him up, or are you going to try to spend the time to find a med pack and then administer a med pack?
Yeah, I'll have to do that because I don't have the strength to carry.
Well, yeah. We'll say you throw the darkness up. Val, how do you handle that when you reach him?
Val's going to try to pick him up and go.
Okay. All right. Val, what's your strength overall? Just regular strength.
18.
Oh, perfect. All right.
I gotta say, if C4 would have seen this, he would have been thinking to himself, "Wow, so many time saves." Because right now he's speed running.
So you guys, Valakai throws up this darkness obscuring you. You see Val hustling back. He grabs Vars, and you guys both start to run. Final check. Give me one last athletics check as you guys race ahead. You guys will both get a D2 from the darkness as well as you guys hustle along with Vars' unconscious form.
All right.
Should I start making death saving throws?
Oh, actually, yeah, give me a death saving throw while you're at it.
Wow. Let's see.
I don't know if my monk and onslaught helps with that. Carrying Vars, I assume not.
You unfortunately that won't help without carrying Vars, but you do have a D2 to add to it as well.
Okay, nice. All right. Good. Nope. So 1d2. All right, so 15, 17.
Nice. Yeah, so you all like race through. You guys see blaster bolts.
No, I'm sorry, that was a 15. I'm sorry, I thought there was a +2 to it, so 15 total. Sorry.
15 total. All right. Oof. Anything you can do to that?
Nope.
All right. So Malachi, you burst away. Val, you are slowed down just slightly with this. So you are literally 1 point away from success. You guys are literally Malachi, you get into the outskirts of the city. Val, you are pretty much right at the outskirts. This will be 1 damage check. if you can, as long as you don't go down, you are safe.
All right. I got
Don't know how much-
23, so I think I'm okay.
All right.
We'll see.
So you should be good.
Nice.
It tried. That was
roll,
Wow.
but
Wow.
luckily you were good. Luckily,
Ooh.
yeah, it's a blaster bolts, thud bugs impacting into your side, but luckily you like the strength remains. You are able to race through. Val, and it probably adds like another level to Val's own sense of ego or self.
Vars is never forgetting this.
Because you are racing through the sea, carrying Var's unconscious form, Mandalorian Beskar Garm slowing you down, but you're still able to make it through and save Vars' life and reach the outskirts of the city, linking back up with Malachi and C4, and eventually finding the. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
C4 would not have waited for them. He during this entire time he was booking it to the shuttle. He's not waiting.
Sorry.
He's taking the shuttle.
You do reach.
He take the shuttle. Unfortunately, this is his MO.
Fortunately for the rest of the crew, they didn't just they left the shuttle along with some of the Aroidium mutts aboard it.
Oh, thank goodness.
You see the droid. It goes, "Where's the rest of your crew, droid?"
Probably dead. I run here as fast as I could. They were on the onslaught. The mob got to them. I did not see what happened, but I can assure you their survival is very, very unlikely. We must go.
You see this Aroidium mutt kind of look you up and down. And one thing I'd like you to remember that you and C4 initially. The Aroidium mutts and C4 have history of this exact same thing.
Yeah, this exact scenario. Like this, they would have been able to probably pick out like how many times C4 has done this after experiencing it themselves.
You see the Aroidium mutt, this kind of like middle-aged human guy. He just spits and he goes, "Tried the same thing with us a couple times ago, droid.
You are.
We'll wait
thinking
till
of
we
a
can't
different
wait no
model.
more." And as you see, kind of as this exchange goes through, eventually you guys see Malachi bust through, kind of bust onto the city streets and reach to where this makeshift hangar was set up. And you see Val come behind him carrying the unconscious Vars. The Aroidium mutts escort you all onto the ship and then blast off, rocketing towards space. Unfortunately, you guys see some of the Quarrel skippers and some of the warcraft for the Yuzon Vong above start to make chase, but luckily the Aroidium Mutt's pilot is a pretty hot hand of the stick and is able to navigate you guys to the point where you can jump to hyperspace. And just as you jump, you guys see kind of bolts of molten plasma and asteroids sent from the Yuzon Vong crafts streak through where you were before. And as you guys see kind of the safe lines of the blue and white lines of elongated stars as you guys make your way to hyperspace and escape Dam Bradan, successfully completing your mission, killing Commander Prekvak from the Yuzon Vong, successfully converting the Aroidium mutts to the Hutt side, as well as securing their patronage or securing their docking, we'll say, at Tafanda Station, the group's own space station, while they're not on missions for the Hutts. You guys got a clean success there. Vars, somebody does administer a med pack to you as this is all, the ship is taking off. You are back conscious. And actually, I'm going to pause here because I feel like Val probably would have something to say on this one.
Yeah. So when he wakes up, I'll hand him back his sword. And Val saw you have dropped this, and I'll hand it to him, and you'll see painted on the sword was the day you almost bested Val. You'll hand it back to him.
With that, you guys are able to make your way to hyperspace and successfully completed kind of your first true mission as a crew. There'll probably be some sore spots with C4 and
real fast. I expect the Mutts would absolutely tell the party what C4 tried to pull and the fact he's pulled it before. What?
They're definitely going to spread that tail during the few days you guys have in hyperspace as you make your way back to Fonda Station. And yeah, that's where we'll wrap up today. It took a little longer than I thought, but next session will be a mixture of two things. We're going to get to our first faction kind of turn on this side too. So actually, this will be good because I'll post some of the things I was going to talk about today into the chat so you guys have a little bit of time to kind of think about this and kind of prepare with what you want to do. But with the faction session, you guys will have 2 weeks of downtime. You could spend that 2 weeks doing things for yourself, doing things for your faction, but your factions are all going to have things that are occurring with them, with the Yuzon Vong, the exchange, and other factions kind of playing against them. With you guys deciding if you want to aid your factions or have your factions do something different. And we'll kind of go into all of that next session, as well as picking what our next mission will be. So this one was with Val's from the Huts. So I think we did Val, and the other one was Dominion. So this time it will be mission offers from Vars, the Mandalorians. C4 was Zerka, and we'll kind of see which ones the group chooses.
Is the Zerka mission still going to be applicable if I kill C4?
Now, I do want to say, I personally feel that killing C4 is valid if the party chooses to do so, and I would not complain whatsoever. He is.
Hey, I was just waiting for Tegan to say that we were told, because Malachi wasn't gonna do anything, but we were told. So there's gotta be an ownage to that.
I'm pretty sure Tegan did say y'all were told what C4
Yeah,
does.
they were told.
Sore spots for sure. I've got a lot of them. Look at my face.
Actually, Val would have no ill will.
That's why C4 loves Val.
That does make sense for Val.
Mhm.
I think Val's probably gonna get the group on like a running regiment after this too.
Honestly, if C4 missed anyone, if he actually managed to take off there, he would have missed Val the most.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's where we will pick up next session. Going through this will be a little bit of a downtime session and kind of picking out our next mission to what's 2 weeks from now? So next session will be the 28th of November as we get into that and kind of figure out what the group's next session, kind of next adventure will be. So make sure to join us for that. But yeah, until next time, folks.